Perranporth is a seaside town on the north coast of Cornwall, the very southwest of the UK. I've been here many times, and on some occasions it's difficult to swim. Either the tide is too far out, or the sea is too wild with oceanic waves. But today I noticed cold water swimmers dressed in robes heading towards the sea, but then disappearing. I followed the track of a wild swimmer, inexplicably heading towards a rock, and over what looked like the rim of a volcano. Yeah, I've always been so familiar with this landmark, I didn't really realise its significance. But I've yet to have a look at what's going on in there, but there seems to be some activity over the brim of that rock. Yeah, I was going to say, oh, actually, she's pulling away. Clothes would be useless facing whatever lay beyond. This impressive rock of granite, emerging out of the sands of Perranporth, is known as Chapel Rock, and hidden within the rock is a gem, a glistening tidal pool. 16 metres long by 7 metres wide, with a depth of around 1.5 metres, the pool is a degree or so above the sea temperature of 14 degrees. Although it's hard to appreciate the difference, as it still feels very fresh in November. The pool flies under the Cornish flag of St. Piran.
St. Piran was a bishop in 5th century Ireland whose miracles so unimpressed the Irish kings they tied a millstone around his neck and threw him into the sea. But then a timely good quality miracle happened, and he floated and was washed ashore at Perranporth. His first disciples were a fox, a badger and a bear.
A pretty wild bunch of parishioners, and so St. Piran was both a pioneer in embracing biodiversity and cold water swimming. The swimmer is sheltered from the prevailing southwesterly winds by the tall rocky enclosure around the pool. The pool was enhanced in the 1960s with this concrete enclosure at the end to make the water deeper. And while the sea waves are too harsh to swim safely, inside the pool it is perfectly still. The water is changed twice a day at every high tide, but on this occasion the pool has captured quite a lot of wind-driven organic flotsam. So it's down to chance what the water quality is going to be. And I emerge like some grotesque caddisfly larvae encrusted with sticks. In contrast with an organic pool, the water is preferably never changed. And this means the water quality can be improved over time as the plants filter the water. In the summer months, the water in an organic pool can warm up relatively quickly, and the temperature can climb to the mid-20s degrees centigrade, over 10 degrees Celsius above the local sea temperature. In the sunshine, this tidal pool will also increase in temperature, but any accumulated heat will be lost at high tide when the water is changed. Consequently, in the summer, it is not as warm as an organic pool, getting to about 18 degrees. And being tidal, this pool has to be abandoned at every high tide. And the now deserted rock is inundated by the waves of the Atlantic Ocean.